Good morning again. Sip of coffee, as usual, and a beautiful view. Well, do not ask. Yeah, actually ask. Anyways, this above this one to go to Spain with my daughter. We went to Spain. We came back. I put it for sale. However, I'm not sure anymore I want to sell it. This is very good motorcycle, and they're not great looking for some people. But once you live with one, you kind of start liking it. And I'm not sure if I want to sell it again anymore because I've done a lot of work on this. They have combined braking system which are eliminated, so they brake better now. The front suspension is all completely rebuilt, new brakes, new wheel bearings, new service, filters, oil, all the stuff, sprockets, chain, new exhaust system. Yeah, new. Sounds pretty good as well. It's just, it's just too good. Doesn't owe me much money. If I sell it, I'm gonna get pennies for it. May as well keep it. I don't know. There's no such a thing as too many bikes in a man's life, so let's stick to that. Anyways, back to us. So yesterday we've done a lot of research and development, as you can see. We went quite extreme on this, gradually. Let me just show you. So this is the extraction from the intercooler. These are the vanes to get the air out from the engine bay. This is all empty now to get the air through the scoop, which, by the way, I think this is as ugly gets. Steve likes it, I hate it, but it doesn't matter. This is for testing only. Doesn't have to be nice. You can put something much nicer like a Subaru scoop or something like this if you like that kind of stuff. And then obviously we got this thing. This is ridiculous, but this actually done a lot of work. Let me explain. Let me go back in the workshop and I talk about this quickly, and then we're gonna show what's going on over there. So let me stand here so you can see me. So yesterday, pretty much most of the day we spent into research and collecting data. So all these modifications you've seen over there, we've done them step by step, and then tested. So each modification, each improvement, we tested. And I'm not gonna go through all the stuff because this is supposed to be a short video. If you want to see the results, you're gonna go to Steve's channel. Steve's videos, he's gonna show you everything in detail, including the testing, the results. And I can tell you one thing now: the results are interesting, surprising, very much surprising. I was surprised. Educational, massively, because the data is very interesting. What we found out. And we find out about a lot of different stuff that works different than we think, different than what people think. And it shows that, on the internet, for example, you can't find anything about it. And everyone talks about because they think it works, because it's designed to work this way, but actually it may not, and vice versa as well. Anyway, go to Steve's channel. To see his video, is gonna show you everything. Probably gonna finish the video today or tomorrow, because we're gonna have to run another 2 or 3 tests on this, because we are very curious. Last night we found out something very interesting, and we have to run another couple of tests to have a better idea. Anyways, the data is there. We have almost all complete view of what works, how it works, what it doesn't work, what is worth doing, what is not. The results on the intercooler, actually cooling the air and all the stuff being behind the car, are good enough anyways, because like Steve said before, yesterday, that this is already much better than many standard cars with the rear engine setup and all the stuff, supercharged, turbocharged and all the stuff. So we are a good spot anyway, but more testing today. After that, what we're gonna do, what I'm doing already, and today, because Steve is gonna run this test on his own today, because he can do that stuff. There's no more fabrication to do. There's more swapping parts. Maybe I give him a hand with a couple of small ideas we have. He's definitely gonna be busy with testing the car and collecting more data. So this one here, this is my dummy engine, as you know, works on all the stuff, but I'm working on the charge cooler setup. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use these clamps on this setup or just the silicone ones. I think silicone ones. I'm gonna keep these for more kind of prestige builds. Let's call it this way, with a higher horsepower and everything. I have to make a decision still this morning if to suspend the charge cooler on the mount, which is bolted to the chassis itself. This is a part where the chassis leg is. So there's going to be movement between the charge cooler and the engine itself. Not big movement, but there is going to be some. Not a problem, because the silicone joiners allow us for that movement. Also, these clamps, believe it or not, they allow quite a lot of movement anyways, and they still sail, and they have no problems holding huge pressure. Anyways, that's one idea. The second idea is to mount it to the engine itself. Now I can use, for example, this kind of one. These two bolts here, they are mounted to the head. On the bottom there is a pretty big and solid piece of aluminium part of the head, cylinder head, and is as strong to obviously to. This is a hook when you hook it up to pull the engine out of the engine bay. So this is very strong, and I can use it to mount the intercooler on one side. Obviously I'm gonna have to use something else as well on the other side, like 2-3 points of mounting it, but it has to be simple and it has to be functional, because this is the thing. When we're building custom stuff one-off, it just has to work once, and it doesn't matter if it takes me 2 hours to fabricate a mount, because it's great, I'll do it. If we're working for a mass production, something that will have to be developed as a product for the customer, it has to be user friendly. Okay, so when you order it, customer order it, or whoever, it has to be simple to put on, it has to be simple to remove it, it has to be simple to diagnose the issues if there is any, it has to be simple to work on it in the future. And also very strong, so you don't have any problems. I don't want my stuff to come back to me because something broke, something wasn't strong enough. So this is where the develop comes from. If this was one off, this fucker would be already mounted and working all this stuff. But development for a product is completely different story. It takes about 10 times longer. I'm not exaggerating on this one. And then obviously once we've done that, and it's testing, like we're doing with that stuff, because we need data. Anyways, we're not gonna use this turbo. This is a KO3. We're gonna use KO4 turbos. The major difference is that obviously the turbo is slightly bigger, the KO4. Also, based on KO4, you can have pretty good hybrids. So, with a good KO4 based hybrid, you can have over 300 brakes on this engine. So, it's a very nice setup. The differences, apart obviously being bigger, I'm gonna show you on a different one. So this one has exhaust here, and I have a KO3 on this engine here. You see, this is how the exhaust goes. KO4 has the exhaust going sideways that way, and on the KO4 actually is easier to build an exhaust system that includes the catalytic converter, because I did manage to put this in a different position and still have a space for the catalytic converter. And the catalytic converter could be removed, because when you order the exhaust system, it comes on a V-band flange either with a catalytic converter tailpipe, or an empty tailpipe, which is for race use only, because it shouldn't be road legal, because you need a catalytic converter and all that stuff. But yes, this engine is going to receive that charge cooler setup. The KO4 turbo, we're gonna swap it. We're gonna change in this for the KO4 setup, exhaust manifold and the turbo, that charge cooler, and then the whole thing together is gonna go into, this is nice, into that car there. Probably gonna do it over this weekend if I have a time. It all depends how many parts arrive today and tomorrow, because we have some stuff that is already ordered and I'm working on it, but I have to wait for a little bit of materials, a couple of adapters, some aluminium pieces that we missed, and then I can fabricate all the stuff till tomorrow, and then tomorrow, or at this point maybe Monday, all the stuff that's been ordered, we should be able to ship it and send it over to the customers. Now, The great thing is, because I'm back in the workshop, everything is speeding up. It's proceeding quicker and quicker and quicker. I think give us another month and a half, we should be able to have everything on the shelves ready for shipping. Because now some of the stuff is ready, some of the stuff I have to assemble it, because again, we have more orders than we were expecting. So I'm not catching up with everything. We're not catching up with the suppliers, with the materials and all this stuff. But again, month and a half, and everything should be ready there. So as soon as you order the stuff, pretty much the next day we should be able to send it. There's a lot of inquiries about building the whole cars. I think we have 3 or 4 of them ready now, waiting to book in. Give me about, I say safely, week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm gonna know exactly where we stand, how much stuff we're missing, where the stuff is gonna be, because I need more space in the workshop. I have a couple of big jobs to finish in the workshop. I don't want to book people in. I don't want to get cars in and sitting outside the workshop for 2-3 weeks because it was too soon to book them in. So again, week and a half, 2, and we're ready to book those cars in. It's going to be fairly quick turnaround. So that's it. I'll tell you something, because I'm bored, well, I'm not, because I don't have nothing to do, obviously. I may strip this down this afternoon and come back home as a naked bike, not me naked, you understand what I mean. Naked is a type of the motorcycle that is full of fairing, but you remove all the fairings, you strip it down, that's what you call it. Naked is made, sounds different than what I meant. I don't know, because it's me, for no reason, for no apparent reason. I don't know. Maybe. I test it, I'll see how it goes. Anyways, I see you tomorrow.